Yo, what's Papino? What's Papino? T Black is in the building. This week we got the banger. This week we have Entourage. I remember him from Entourage, the show Entourage. He was definitely on that show. I remember just to listen to his hip hop. Saigon, MC Saigon. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, fam? What's up with it, man?
Wonderful
What's
story
going on?
and a wonderful storyline. Um, This is hip hop. This is the guy who came from the core of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? From the corners to the situation to the consequences to HBO. You know what I'm saying? Back to
Yeah,
the studio, and a lot of people don't have those storylines, man. So I like having you guys up here because you guys are the true inspirations of hip hop. Not just I got online one day playing on the computer and I'm streaming. You guys are the core of hip hop because y'all
yeah,
came from every step. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I like to tell people like my birth is part of the reason there is a hip hop, and I say this like kind of like it's jokingly, but at the same time it's like a true story because I was born July 13th, 1977. You understand?
Wow.
And on July 13th, you can Google it. Anybody who watches this, July 13th was one of the probably the biggest blackout in New York City history.
Yep.
So yeah, July 13th, if you remember the 77 blackout. So what happened was that's where a lot of the Kool Herc and a lot of these guys who was DJing in the parks, that's where they got their first mixes from because they was looting. So they
Yeah.
always looting, going to the electronic stores.
No.
That's where they got their turntables because they couldn't afford them. Shit was expensive.
Yes.
So that's where they got their first mixers, their first turntables, and they took it to the parks. And that was 77. And that's kind of like when hip hop was starting to really become, popularized, you know what I'm saying? In the parks, you know what I'm saying? In the park jams and all that. Because you go look at, I seen like 4 or 5 different stories where a lot of these older DJs was like, I got my first mixer in the blackout. I got my first mixer, and that's the day I came to the world. So I kind of was like raised in this culture.
You know what's crazy? Because I was born in 1973, so I was definitely I was like 5 or 6, man.
Yeah, yeah,
For me growing up with brothers. I grew up like you said, it's smack dead of this was new. Um, Disco music was still on an all time high, but
yeah, yeah,
this new thing, the Diddy Bopping and the Pumas and
yeah, yeah.
the Sheepskins and the Gazelles, and
The b-boy shit, the b-boy era.
B-boy shit,
Yeah,
man.
b-boys. You
We
used to
was
remember being a kid drawing the b-boy like this is how I want to look. You
I like do
put a little Kango on them and shit.
yeah.
Yeah, you like yeah, exactly. So even when you young and you doodle and you like, oh man, I want to grow up and be a b-boy. That was me, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yo, you know what's
Yeah,
funny, man? It takes me back to I tell people, man, when I was like 8, 9 years old, having the BBD shirt on was dope. The stocking cap and the
oh yeah.
do rag shoes, the
Do
official
rag, the windbreakers.
rag
Remember
fashion.
you had the windbreakers? The windbreaker, you turn into a little pouch. Yeah, turn into a little pouch and you put it. Yeah, that's when you that's when you battle and you go battle somebody, you go, feel my windbreaker. Yeah. Well,
yo, yo,
yo, this culture is so beautiful. And it's the reason why when I approach it for with a love for it. It's not really, it doesn't resonate in the way it is now because it's so business. It's so
yes,
business oriented. A person who loves it, like it don't even matter. They just like dollar dollar. Shit is a machine. Yeah. So we lost touch of what this shit is, and that's the reason why it's not effective. It's only effective in commerce and making money.
yes,
You know what I'm
yes.
saying? It makes a lot of money, but it don't do nothing for our community. It makes our community actually worse, kind of. Look how these kids are shooting and killing each other nowadays. Yeah,
Spinning blocks like
yeah, spin a block. Yeah, go shoot another black kid. Yeah, now we using hip hop to spread negativity amongst our own
our
culture.
own culture, man. I
Yeah,
remember
that shit is sad. It's sad, bro.
sad because I remember growing up, right? Our hip hop was like we used to fight, but then hip hop became instead of fighting. Okay, yo, son on 110th Street, we gonna go battle those niggas. Compared to
Yeah,
spin the block
exactly.
and shoot.
Yeah, you gonna go back, battle. We niggas spinning on their heads.
Just spin on your head.
Yeah, niggas coming with cardboard. Like, yo, what's up?
What's up?
Yeah, Bill. Not only that, like there was a time when hip hop was a self-destruction, right? You look at even prior to self-destruction movement, you look at all the shit. You look at how black empowerment for women, like Queen Latifah, she called herself queen. You know what I'm saying? She called herself a queen. This is when this is when she was a teenager. She was coming out doing ladies first, talking about who you calling a bitch, black empowerment. The real way, like now it's kind of like to the point where the industry says sex sells. So we're gonna make this hip hop shit damn near soft porn. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what it is.
It's soft porn, man.
Yeah, man.
Because that's what I mean. It's all about the money. It's not about community. It's not about what it started as. Now it's about, this is a way to make $1. Yo, so fuck how it affects the next generation, because we're gonna rape and pillage this shit until it's worthless and then throw it back at them. And that's what's happening.
That's exactly what's happening, man. It's sad because coming through the grapevines of the early stages, being just one of the rap. Like I remember when dudes is rhyming right in the parks. That was amazing to us because growing up, it was all about the DJ. You want to see about the DJ with the you watching and the guy with Mike was like, just be screaming all day. Then somebody said,
he was talking about the DJ all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah. You got to think about it. Think about the early groups. The early groups, it was about the DJ. The DJ name used to come first and all that shit. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. It was Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. You know what I'm saying? The DJ was more important. Eric B. and Rakim. You see what I'm saying? The DJ name was first. Yeah, now they try to make the DJ sink into the back, like relative obscurity, like he's not a very important part of the culture, and he's the backbone of the shit.
You said that because me and Salidin was building earlier, right?
Yeah.
And I remember,
where's Salidin at? Where's Salidin at?
I think he's having technical difficulties, but he's
man. Yeah. All right, that's cool.
But he's going through some type of technical, wherever he's at in the woods of Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you know what I'm saying? But he'll definitely be in the building, man, because he has a lot of great information. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we do. See how we having a hip hop conversation? And we seen the beginning stages, like when we know this shit get real. Like, wait a minute, whoa. They're getting money. There's money we made off of this. But we grew up in times of recession. Definitely in New York City, it was a recession.
Yeah, it was a cry for help.
Yeah,
it was a cry for help. It was a cry because crack was tearing our asses up. So when crack came, it was fucking us up. That's why when I seen Rolling Stone name The Message, the Message is the #1 hip hop song in history. You know what I'm saying? It has to be. So where did we lose touch with that? If that's the most important #1 song ever, why are we so far removed from that now?
You know what happened, I think, man? I think hip-hop got greedy. Corporate America because corporate America touched it. But
that's what happened. Exactly.
They seen what NWA was doing, the West Coast, the shoot 'em up, bang, bang. And they pushed that culture, but then they seen another culture.
But
they said,
even saying that, NWA gets a bad rap, man. For, like you just said, for shoot 'em up, bang bang. That's not really what they shit was. They did have some gangster shit, but they shit was more revolutionary, more fuck the police, but express yourself. The singles they were putting out was real empowering songs. Fuck the police, express yourself. Like when Ice Cube was with the group and shit like that. They was saying some shit. And everybody
was saying some shit though.
Yeah, everybody was like, "Oh, that's gangster rap." Not a lot of their rap was like black on black. Like it wasn't like what it is now. Yeah, they shit was more against anti-establishment. That's why they was like, "Oh, this is some gangster shit," to try to shut it down. That's not what that shit. Yeah, NWA was more so on some. Nah, we rebels. We're rebellious against brutality, against oppression, against that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why when Ice Cube went solo, you've seen it more. You know what I'm saying? America's Most Wanted. Yeah, America's Most Wanted. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
it's like corporate, but it's like with corporate America, it just started. Like you said, people and they seen that the violence sold. They seen that. Not even like you said, NWA. They had. It wasn't when you think about it. But what came out of that, like when the Snoop Dogg shit started popping. Even Snoop Dogg first shit wasn't all crazy. It was just gang culture.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was like we having a party. We
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
club. We having a party.
Yeah. His most famous videos at a barbecue. You know what I'm saying?
Barbecue. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
niggas at a barbecue having fun.
It's now when you think about it, what they started pushing on us was the culture of gangbanging.
Yes.
That's what the world was getting attached to. That's what you said. They showed the rappers, but when they would make movies, you know what? Good point. A movie that would fuck niggas up was Menace to Society.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was that message movie. That movie made old dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good point. That's that. So they see that soul. They see that shit.
Bro, I'm telling you, they seen the power of it. It's funny because they seen the influence. When something has, that's why they call these people influencers with a lot of followers, right?
Yeah.
They go, oh, you got a lot of people following you. You're an influencer. That means you're influential. You're influential. So that should tell you in itself. How influential rappers are. They're influencers. They're influential. So anyway the culture goes, it's a youth thing. The youth is following that shit because that's what's in. That's why all these kids. That's why all these kids is picking up these guns and spinning, like you said, spinning the block. It's time to slide. Let's go slide on these motherfuckers. Oh, and my ops. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, kid.
And it's crazy, man, because I remember us listening to Coogee rap, right? It was like when you heard Road to Riches, it was sort of inspiring, but it was you're gonna go to jail. At the end of the song, when you see the video, motherfucker was going to jail.
He went to jail,
Rakim's first album, I'll be honest with you, the most gangster song on the album, the first one was Paid in Full. Everything else had a message.
Yeah.
I got sold. You president. You don't say so.
Check out my melody. Check out my melody. Check out my melody.
Check out my melody. That's that's hip hop that we don't have no more.
Bro, that's the foundation.
Bro, you get to see them go, I'm not doing this for the club. I'm doing this for that motherfucker in the lobby or the benches. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you know what group that came through the pipeline where I was like, out of Dead Prez, bro. Yo, when Dead Prez came, I was like, somebody gets it. And then what happened was, they shut it down. They silenced that kind of shit, bro. Whenever they try to do that shit, they silenced that. And they was saying some true real shit. It was too real. And like, it's easy when it's us put gang bang, pimp a whole fucking bitch, because that's all on. Yeah, it's like, go destroy your own fucking community. Go ahead.
We're gonna do a couple chains and a hat.
Go fill up the jail. Go keep filling up the prisons. Go ahead.
Yo,
now they put insurance on niggas. Yeah, we're gonna insure up. We're gonna insure. Yo, this shit is nuts. It's nuts, bro. And then they wonder about artists like, I can't fit in this shit. And it's funny I had hip hop on here because hip hop signed me, bro.
See, that's dope, man.
Hip hop is the one who signed me. And when I was making my album and I'm writing all these songs and shit, it's like pain in my life and I gotta believe it and all these fucking positive messages, songs with messages in them. They pretty much let me understand, like, yo, they not really gonna get behind this shit, bro.
They want to hear you do what Saigon. They want to hear.
So I knew that. I knew that shit.
They want to hear about the killings.
Yeah.
We need Tut Walking Passion video.
Yeah, and I was just getting out of prison. I was just getting out of prison for doing that dumb shit in real life. Don't talk up here. Don't push this. I'm like,
don't worry about it. You catch another one. It's like you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna put the situation.
Go get the Rico. Your sales will go through the roof. Your streams will go through the roof with the Rico.
They're gonna go crazy once you shoot. All you gotta do is get caught with another gun. No, I'm saying you gotta shoot nothing. Let's get caught. It's funny, man.
We need another rap body. Look, we need another body.
This is what they push though. Hey, listen,
bro, look how many of these kids.
Here go your A&R.
Yo,
Saigon.
look how many of these kids, look how many of these kids lost their life behind this shit, bro.
All this drilling.
Something that's supposed to be getting you away from that life took your life. Like when you get on, like you made it. You like, oh shit, I'm away from the street shit. We out of the hood, we made it out. Look how many motherfuckers lost their life. Like you was better off just going to jail for a few years. At least go to stay in the hood and kept. Yeah, you could have kept hustling. If that was the case, you died being a rapper.
Because they don't understand. You know what it is, though? You know what it is, Simon? Because they're listening to like this internet stuff. They don't understand that once you really sit down, if somebody pays attention to you, yo, why put yourself in harm's way for? Because that's not what hip hop is. Hip hop is
it's a teach. Yeah,
get shot at tomorrow because I got a record deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, son.
Man.
Yo, when Scott LaRock got killed, it was such a hit. It was such a hit to the culture. Even when Big L, you know what I'm saying? When these guys got shot, even Pac and Biggie, even Pac and Big, we knew this is getting out of hand.
Yeah,
the correlation between the streets and the music business is getting out of hand. You know what I'm saying? And like, you have people try to step up and say, "Hey, you know what the fuck is going on? Like, with this shit marry." Like, I did a song called "Color Purple." I did this. It's about gang. It's about saying, "Yo, we can't fight each other." You know what I mean? Red and blue make purple. That's why if you Google it and shit like that. And I played it for the label. I'm like, yo, this is a song because this was 2003. This was 19 years ago. Because I said, if this gang shit invades this music shit, it's going to be insane. And look. I can name the correlation with all these young rappers that's getting killed is gang related somewhere.
Yes. That's across the country.
Across the country. New York, you go. Nipsey was a Crip. Pop Smoke was a Crip. These guys are Crips and Bloods. That's part. Yeah, that's part. They just hit my man with some new charges. Young Thug.
They're trying to finish him. The funny part is
they're trying to finish him. Look at Cass was a Blood.
Yeah.
Stone. Now he's sitting up. Look at all them guys Tekashi sent to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like either it's death or the grave, but that comes with gangbanging though.
You know what's
being a fact, that's what comes with gang. Take music out the equation. What comes with gangbanging is jail or death. Ain't no retirement in no fucking gangbanging. Ain't no you go live to be long and live on the beach after. No, that's not how the story goes. You go to jail for putting in work, or a nigga gonna cook you. So when you put this in the hip hop, you inviting this shit into something with all its influence and power. Shit don't even make sense, bro. And it's like, where's the elder? That's why I'm an elder now. I gotta speak up. I can't fall in line to what these kids. I'll be a fucking coward to sit here and watch this shit and not speak up. And be like, damn, I ain't gonna speak up because I'm gonna get canceled. And this is what's popping. So I gotta just follow what's popping. Fuck that. I'm a man, and what constitutes being a man is being responsible. So if you see something and you're not saying nothing about it, when you're an elder, you're irresponsible. If you see some shit happening in a part of a culture that you call hip hop or something you love, and you don't speak up and say nothing about it, you just as bad as motherfuckers.
Yeah, bad as dumb. You can't co-sign.
Yeah, you just as bad as the people pushing this shit on us. Because y'all got influences, y'all got voices. That's why they try to ban me from everything. Like anywhere I can get vocal, I'm banned from it, bro. And I'm cool with that. They do that shit on purpose. I'm banned from Instagram. I'm banned from Hot 97. I'm banned from everything because I speak up and they go, this motherfucker's speaking too much reality. And if somebody gets a hold of this shit, it's gonna make them start thinking. Keep these niggas fucked up. That's why they banned Farrakhan. That's why they ban Reza Islam. That's why they ban certain people. Because they're like, nah, but they'll keep a motherfucker up there talking about gangbanging. He can rock all day. He can rock all day. Yeah, he talking about pimp hoes, let him go. Pimping hoes, killing niggas. Give him more, give him better algorithms. He's talking about killing niggas.
Give him. I'm gonna have a call from ADX.
Yo, we under attack. We under attack.
Even
the crazy thing is we under attack, and we act like we don't know it.
Yes, because we want to, even at our worstest times when we always poor kids. middle income, on a fucked up week, we just like, yo, we will get out of this. When I started going to the penitentiary, when I started getting locked up and, confiscated, kidnapped, good with New York State, I began to realize that going to jail wasn't an in-style thing after a while. You young and dumb, it went with the resume. But we wasn't rapping. We lived in this culture that became hip-hop. Catch a case, jump somebody, get jumped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hustle, rob something. And then what happens is, before we become, like you said, became a rapper, you got beef that you occurred before you even pick the mic up. You know
yeah, absolutely.
And then as you grow, you realize I can't live like this, and you show people, right? Like we sit there and go, this is inspiring. When this man went to jail, came home, was on HBO, has a guild card. You know what I'm saying? He has a voice now for the people. Like, listen, where you came from, made good networking, and boom. But hip hop don't want that. See, because once you start speaking,
it's not hip hop. It's the people that's controlling. Yeah, it's the people that's dictating what hip hop is now. You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing. You can't be part of the system and say you're anti-system.
Yeah, and they heads.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be part of the system and then say you can't be like, we're with the establishment, but we're anti-establishment. Yeah, and hip hop was anti-establishment. It was okay. Y'all gonna do this to us? We got our thing to take care of our people. You know what I'm saying? We got our thing. This is how we speak to each other. We speak to each other like this. We use slang. We understand what we're talking about because we understand what y'all motherfuckers ain't our friends, bro.
Yes.
Y'all don't love us. Y'all don't love us. Y'all don't, you know what I'm saying? Look at our community. Even to this day. Bro, I still go to the black community. How do we even have poor black communities with all these black billionaires?
That's crazy. They come from it. Most of them
Bro, I was doing this program with Larry Maestridge, right? And working with kids. It was called 13th Man Foundation. We was going into Newark, New Jersey, into these schools, middle schools, and teaching them how to use cameras and film work and stuff like that. And these schools were so underfunded, bro. I mean, they were in 20. We just stopped when the pandemic started. So up to 2020, these schools were so underfunded. Some of the high school football teams had to forfeit games because they didn't have the proper equipment. They couldn't afford. So I'm like, with all these fucking black billionaires and all these rich people, why is the black community still going through this shit? What you telling me? And I reiterate this because it's something that to this day I don't understand it. You're telling me, right? We use rap to Mercedes Benzes, BMW, even Maybachs, and all these cars that we can't even afford, like for an average person. We grow up and we want Timberland, we want all of this. We're poor consumers. We spend all our money on these corporations and not just spend it, we spend it because hip hop makes it cool, right?
Yes.
We talk about when a rapper say, I got the new Benz, I got this, and they put them in the videos and they do all that shit. Kids grow up wanting that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thinking, I'm not cool unless I have this car because this rapper said it's cool. No, but that's been the clothes, the name brands, everybody's Gucci, Don, and this and all that. So we think, oh shit, we gotta spend our money on this shit. Where's the fucking Timberland Center in the ghetto? Where's the Mercedes Benz? Where's the Mercedes Benz after school center in the black community? They don't give up. They don't put shit in our communities, bro.
And it's funny because it's like when we doing now.
County, you go to Baltimore, Maryland, you go to Detroit, you go to some. Bro, you go to Chicago, you be like, yeah, St. Louis is off the chain. Like, you look at these places and you go, and this is where we come from. You know what I'm saying? You look at these places and go, hold on. How is this shit still fucked up when my kid can't play in the park? But we got all this money as a community. This shit doesn't make sense, bro.
Man.
Ain't no such thing as a hip-hop community. Ain't no such thing.
You're right, because it's like
it's a free fall. It's a free fall. It's a free fall.
I get a check. I buy.
It's a free fall.
And
it's a free fall. I got more money than you contest. Let's see who could amass the most wealth and
North
just do
Wealth in
nothing with
90
it.
days. Streaming.
Yeah, just
It's so
to
crazy.
see who could make the Forbes list every year, and not put none of that shit in the poor community.
But you know why? But KRS One, right? I'm happy Boy Scout the Rocker.
Yeah.
Kid, I first heard South Bronx, it was inspiring. Even though it was some street shit, but it was inspiring. When he made the bridges over, it hurt my heart because I was an MC Shan fan, and he sort of destroyed Queensbridge for a little while.
Yeah.
A couple of songs. Nas brought Queens back. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Nas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In my eyes. Then he made a second album. And the second album was a chance because he just picked a book up. Remember, you went from the pussy street with the crack cost money.
Mm-hmm.
My 9mm go bang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Songs like that.
Criminal Minded. Look at the title. Criminal Minded. Yeah.
And then go to My Philosophy.
By any means necessary.
Remember that shit? Black, green, and
white.
Yeah.
Even the cover, he got the like Malcolm X by the window. By Malcolm X, yeah.
He ran this to the books. So now
because he understood the power of the music.
Yes, he understood it, man.
Yeah, he understood the power of the music. His name is Knowledge Reigns Supreme over nearly everybody, bro. Knowledge. He understood the power of using it. And that's the reason why you look at all his songs, like you must learn, right? You must learn. He's telling you fucking learn, put some shit in your mind, bro.
Yeah.
Without this shit, you an airhead. And this is the thing. And they call people like him, me, certain Dead Prez. Oh, those are conscious rappers.
Yes.
And you know what I say? What the fuck is the opposite of conscious? Unconscious. Yeah, so you rather go listen to some nigga that's not even unconscious. He's knocked the fuck out. Yeah, somebody laid him out.
Yo, it's crazy because I remember when he blew, right? And then Rakim, Rakim's when he made it.
Public Enemy, bro. PE. Come on, bro.
Yo, you know what's so funny? PE. When they said fuck Elvis and John Wayne.
Yeah.
That changed the game, bro. Because and I just it was God. It was Jesus, John Wayne, Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
In that order.
Yep.
Fuck Elvis, John Wayne. That gave a lot of people that were scared to say fuck white people.
Yeah. They went against the grain. That's what hip hop was. Hip hop was against the grain, bro. Fight the power. Think about it. Fight. Who the fuck you think the power is? The power is that beat. Yeah, and that's a single. that was a single.
Now look what happened in that time. Yusuf Hawkins. Remember?
Yusuf Hawkins. Yeah.
Eleanor Bumpers and
yeah.
We had to go through the plunging thing. Might have been a little later.
But we go through that shit every day now. You don't hear nothing.
That's true.
That shit happens on a daily. There's a Yusuf Hawkins now on the regular.
Alabama getting chased, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right now, as we speak, there's a nigga getting his head stomped out. Now the police will shoot your ass down. They'll be like, brush it under the rug.
Now, where you from? Are you from Brooklyn or you from up top?
I'm from. That's the thing. I don't like to say where I'm from. I like to talk about where I grew up. Yeah, I grew up in Newburgh, Brownsville, Spring Valley.
Yo, let me tell you about you guys. Talk about Newburgh, all this other shit, right? The Locks. This one, the Locks is still shiny suits. They was the first album. My man, I know iRock. DJ iRock was the show DJ at that time. So he invites me, my cousin Passion. He invites us to a party. New City. I never been that far, Nyack and all this shit. I'm thinking this is picket fences.
Yeah.
I want some shit that was strip mall. There was a police station in there. We in the building, the Locks is singing G with it. They singing songs that's really bad, like when they was Bad Boy, shiny suit shit. So nigga said shout out to Newburgh, shout out to New City. 30 minutes later, niggas is in there rioting. I never seen no shit like this.
They giving up a bit.
These dudes is crazy, bro. Dudes is throwing chairs.
Newburgh is one of the worst places on the planet. It's one of the worst places on the planet, bro. They found my little brother. They found my little brother dead in a fucking alley, bro. At 28 years old. And to this day, we still going against them. I'm gonna tell you how corrupt they are. to this day, they just kind of brushed it off and just said, "Oh, he overdosed." Like, now we're like, "Nah, man, this ain't," because on PCP at that. Like, hold the fuck up. I ain't never heard of a nigga overdosing on dust. I heard of a nigga getting dusted and trying to think he was flying. Yeah, jump off of windows and stupid shit, but not like that. And they just kind of like giving us the.
He drunk the bottle, like he drunk a whole bottle of this shit or something. Like, boom.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The shit don't make no fucking sense.
No sense, but they come up with these narratives and they got
bro. So yeah, I grew up. I was one of them kids who, until I got incarcerated, like I never went to the same school for longer than 1 year in my life.
Oh, she had a couple of little anger issues. I had anger issues.
No, I was just bouncing around because it was like I got a big family and it was like it was kind of like hot potato, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like I found the streets and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna be I was in the streets since I was like 11 years old. I was that kid. I was that kid that'd be like, whose baby is this outside at 4 in the morning? Like he's 10 years old.
But 70, you said 70.
77, yeah.
So think about when you was 11 years old. When you was 11 years old.
88, and look, I was outside at 88, bro.
Yo, you was outside.
I had crack in my. I was selling crack, bro. I swear to God.
Man, loses integrity. Bus drive loses integrity.
Yo, check this out. This is how ill it was. I have an 11-year-old son now. Yes. I'd be like, yo, I was drinking alcohol. I was selling drugs. I was doing all this shit at this age. I'm like, I couldn't fathom my son smoking a cigarette or smoking a joint or any of that shit at 11. This kid don't know nothing about no street. So that makes me look like, where the fuck was the guidance at? I'm like, where was the guidance? That just shows you, man, without no guidance, kid, because the difference is he has guidance. I ain't had no fucking guidance. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no guidance. I did, exactly. And I'm like, damn, yo. I was in a maximum security prison when I was 16 years old. I look at a 16-year-old now and be like, you're a fucking baby, yo.
Wow.
I see a kid that's 16 right now and be like, yo, you're a kid. You're a baby, literally. Like, you don't even got a mustache yet. I'm like, damn, I was in Eastern Correctional Facility at his age, bro.
I was in Austin Reception.
Yeah. So I was in that.
But all this shit. But that's still maximum prison.
I was a baby in that bitch.
I'll tell you something, man. The thing, and not that, see, because when it goes into the prison portion in life, right? When they sent me the violence, I never been in nothing further than a shock. So this is a total shock to me. That's a prison. I'm a drug dealer, man. Why am I going for? I'm here for some drug shit. I ain't tipped up. Nigga that said fuck you two over the years. Nigga all these things come out.
Oh shit, that's hilarious.
So now
that's hilarious.
To the spot, and I'm realizing that if you don't have a place to go, you in your cell all day. The maximum prison it's not as loose as you niggas make it sound. If you ain't got no place to go, you up in that cell.
Hell yeah, you up in that motherfucker all day, all day. Like an animal in the zoo, like a lion in a cage.
Now here go the control part. They come in your cell in the morning, and you have to get up because they
to count.
What you gonna do? To count.
Yeah.
Child, boom. You get used to saying this shit on command. If you're not up, and they walk past yourself, you're gonna get a $5 ticket. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's funny? That's why when you said about the Rakim song to bring it back to hip hop, about the Coogee Rap song. At the end when they go to jail,
like they
don't tell you about the outcome of this when they glorifying this shit. Nobody says, I ain't gonna live to see 21. Nobody's and I'm not gonna live to see 22. Like anyway, like tell the truth, man. Like you don't get to grow old. These kids don't even fathom ever being older, having children, or becoming a grandfather maybe one day. They whole mentality is, I gotta slide on my ops.
You can't invite your favorite nigga to your cookout because there's 2-3 ops here already. I can't invite them because I know you're gonna walk these little niggas. Because these niggas don't have a heart.
Yeah,
They
they
don't care
gonna
who's
start.
sitting
Yo,
there.
never had no shooting training. They gonna start shooting. The baby gonna get shot.
They
Yeah,
be
the
getting hit.
baby,
They
grandma
be
get
getting
hit.
hit.
Grandma
Come
got
on,
one
man.
in the shoulder.
Grandma.
Boom, niggas done shot grandma in the shoulder.
They shot grandma. Now they got you ready to pick your gun up.
Man, you can't do.
Timing.
Yeah, niggas gonna
Yo,
hit grandma
son.
up. Like, what the fuck is going on? The op didn't get hit. Yo, did the op get hit? Nah, they just shot
They
grandma.
shot grandma. What? You shot grandma, stupid. You didn't hit the op. You hit grandma. Damn, son.
Yeah, yo, shit is wild, bro.
Yo, I'm in Saigon, some crazy shit, right? I'm in a barber shop in the South Jamaica, Queens. You get where I'm going, a little dirty place. So I'm with my man. My man, you probably, well, you know it's cousin Noriega. My man, Noriega put his name in the song Alley Cat and Blood Money. So
Okay.
a good friend of mine, my man, Chopper. So we chilling. We in the barber shop. Little niggas walking in, so I'm looking around crazy. So I said, here this shit go. There's little niggas, they with tight jeans and diabetic sneakers. They start talking crazy. One little nigga go to the store. They say he just go get a couple of sodas. So go get some soda. He go to the store. He comes back with a full cup of lean with the soda. I'm fucked up. Where the fuck you find this shit at? Like, you went to the store, my nigga. How you come back with it? As soon as he said, yo, I got some of that shit, the little niggas got in line like it was on chow, my nigga. Yo, I got a Molly. I got a perk. Yo, son, I got the weed. I said, these
Yo, this shit is crazy, bro.
they
This shit
do
is
all this weird shit. They have money. They got all the beef in the world. This is why they be, because they be nodding off and hitting the floor and hops. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, son, that's
Yo, this shit, yo, I ain't gonna
young
lie.
boy lifestyle.
You know what's funny, man? I gotta laugh to keep from crying about this shit,
Yeah,
bro.
because
Because at the end of the day,
this
this
is
shit
what's
is really
going on.
sad, bro. It's sad. But
Yeah.
it's sad. But I don't laugh. I'll fucking have a nervous breakdown when I realize this is the reality of our young future, right? These gonna be the next grown-ups in our community. Like, what the fuck is these niggas gonna teach? Like, is
But
this
he didn't teach anybody.
is this the end? I feel like singing, is this the end?
It ain't the shit that we was fucking with, getting into dirty streets. Our shit had to come from Panama. They're getting their shit from the pharmacy.
My nigga, these motherfuckers.
Legal drugs, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, they getting high on cough syrup. Some shit when you got a bad cold. They getting shit on Percocet, like painkillers and fucking perks, doing that shit. Well, yo, I took one of them shits when I was hurt, and that shit made me so drowsy. I'm like, oh hell no.
This shit.
Oh, yeah, I'm like, nah, I'll just deal with the pain.
You
tell me, you like this shit? You like feeling like? I'm like, yo, I don't get it. How you get it?
I want to ask you a question. When you started rapping? Before you went to the pen? Like when
I've been rapping since I was like 9, 10 years old.
Wow, see, that's dope.
Yeah, I always wanted to be. I was a DJ at first.
That time,
I was a DJ. I was the DJ.
Came, man.
Say what?
At that time, when you was like 11, when you was 11 years old, that's 86. Who you want to be like back then? Like,
I wanted to be like, when it first started, I wanted to be like LL, not LL, even before that. I didn't want to be like the Fat Boys, but I like UTFO and the Fat Boys. That's when UTFO out with Roxanne and all that shit dropped. I was like, oh, this shit is fire. Like, and the Fat Boys and even Force MDs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Force MD, I used to I remember watching Hot Track, seeing them niggas do that. Let me love you in the moonlight. I was intrigued by that shit.
I'm talking about.
Yo, I was intrigued. I'm watching this shit like, yo, huh? Yeah, them the New York City Hot Tracks, bro. Hot Tracks. Yeah. I'm watching that shit like this. Oh my God, I'm watching this shit. So I'm like, damn, I gotta be a part of whatever the fuck this is. You know what I'm saying? So I started. First, I tried to. I used to just listen to rap, UTFO, Fat Boys, and I used to love. Even I remember when we was breakdancing, T-La Rock when he did "It's Yours," right? I remember we battling some niggas. I had never heard that song. Nigga threw it on. Do you want it? If you had it, would you want it? Well, it's yours. Nigga hit me with that. He won the whole battle with that shit.
Wow.
So I'm like, yeah, nigga hit us with the "It's Yours." Hold on, I gotta find this link real quick. Wow. Nigga, Buck Wild calling me right now.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yo, this is definitely dope, man. Those is definitely a dope hip hop conversation. So he's been in hip hop since he was 9 years old. 86. It was a different vibration for different rap artists, and I think just growing up in that culture, man, you know, it's good. It's good for the culture, and that's what we're bringing the culture to you guys. We're bringing the culture to you guys. We're bringing the culture to you guys, man.
Say what?
It's funny. I said, yeah, because they're bringing the culture to you guys. I would say it was crazy. I had a DJ Buck Wild mixtape in '89, bro.
Oh, digging in DITC, man. That guy's important. Yo,
He's
he's such.
killing him on the
Yo,
blend
there's so many important people in hip hop who don't get no fucking credits, accolades, nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
see, we hip hop heads. You be on the block drinking your beer.
yeah.
This is some hip hop, right? It's some runs. Before Video Music Box, you said hot tracks. Go watch Ron Alexander's show on public access. That's gonna show you had some cable. Well, wherever you was laying at, there was some cable. The Box WHT. So you got this.
Yeah.
Some type of music.
Remember the box? On the box, you had to pay. The box, back in the day, niggas think you pay while you're like, fuck the box. I'll wait for Ralph McDaniels. Yeah, remember when you had the channel? You put your shit on channel U and then use the little.
Yep.
Use the little one. Yeah, you put that shit on channel U and then use the little knob to find 31. You know what I'm saying?
Hip hop coach, he said this always was all this is part of hip hop.
Yeah, nah. So I'm a baby. I'm a hip hop baby. Like I came up with this shit.
Definitely, because you was there. Like when you reminded that was
yeah. My love for this shit. You see, I got a Wu-Tang shirt. I'm buying niggas murder. You know what I'm saying? Like
me and wifey, shout out to wifey. We're going to their concert. Her, Nas and Nas coming to St. Louis. So we
oh, that's fire.
Yeah,
that's fire. That's fire. Yo, speaking of you in St. Louis out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to KC, man. Shout out to Kansas City too, man.
Kansas City, man.
Tech Nine, my boys teching them, bro. Yeah, that was
my. He's another one.
Yeah, he's a monster. He's a monster. Hip hop, and he's a hip hop boom. He's a hip hop head too. Like he's really embedded in his culture. Like a lot of people don't understand how hip hop Tech Nine is. Like that's why he's such an established presence, because he don't compromise his shit. He don't compromise. And that's what hip hop is. It's about not compromising. It's about going against the grain, being rebellious, and a lot of times we conform. When you start conforming, you know, you just you lost.
Yes. Now I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
How did you get on Entourage? How did that work? Maximum Prison to be on people. I like that
hip hop and his partner G Robeson, they got me an audition.
Oh, what?
Like, yeah, hip hop. It's funny. That's why he was on the show.
Wow, that's dope.
Hip hop is a very important, like Keambo, that's my brother, bro. Hip hop is a very important person in this culture. Like, that's why his name is hip hop. He's embedded. Like, yeah. Keambo is no fucking joke. He made me read the fucking. He made me read. What's his Kumo D's book about the 50 greatest MCs. Like, hip hop is serious about this shit, bro. Like,
I got. I'm happy you said that, because when I was younger, right?
Yeah.
Kumo D, he in the streets. You know, you ain't that younger than me.
Yeah.
You ain't that younger than me.
Yeah.
He got a guy named Busy B.
Yeah.
On the streets, he did make a lot of dudes change
the way they rap.
Dollar rap. Their delivery, like how it came out. More storytelling. Like
more wordplay. That nigga Busy B was, it's Busy B. It's the work to be. Just like that, as you can see. Nigga was like, that Spoomity Bab shit ain't gonna work. I'm gonna kill you.
Yes, it was crazy. Yeah. But Busy B was going to say club. He had a mink on.
Kumo D, but we gotta forget Kumo D was that nigga back then. Yeah, like, you understand, Kumo D was a superstar at one point. Like, I remember being shorty when Wild Wild West and all that. How you like me now? That's what that's all we was fucking with back then. Like, until LL came. LL is the one who washed him off.
He was.
was,
Yeah, that shit.
LL Ja ruled that nigga. LL Ja ruled him.
He Ja ruled.
He Ja ruled him. That nigga was big. That nigga Mo D was popping.
Yo,
L came through
how
like
you let
L
me
came
know
through
Clark
with
West?
50% clean shit. He came through with his clean shit, took him out. So
Wow. Molly
that
Marley,
nigga said to the break of dawn. To the
the
break of dawn and all that. Yeah, it was over.
He killed him. I see his wife. Darlene had nothing to do with it. She got smoked. She ain't in the same.
Yeah, that nigga had smoke for everybody. That
They
nigga,
smoked
that
that. I think MC hit that hit too.
that nigga L had smoke for everybody, son. Everybody thought he was. Yo, you gotta understand, L was like the original Drake, bro. Between L and Big Daddy Kane, between L and Kane, and I be talking to Kane, I'm like, yo, you was the dark skinned Drake, son. You just didn't sing and shit, but though you had the ladies and niggas knew lyrically
you was nice.
Problem. Yeah, that's how L was. Like L will battle you. Ella go make I Need Love and then go make an ill battle song same fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's true. He was the Drake. There was no
on some Drake shit. Yo, Drake battle man niggas already. Drake done been a Drake battle Common, Drake battle fucking Meek Mill, Drake battle fucking Pusha T. Like he be going for it.
I told him he came with the part though. It's a smart little nigga though. I give him credit though. The Meek Mill shit, he just yeah.
Drake be going for it, son. Drake like nigga, I'll go for it for one of you niggas.
Pusha T, I think at some point went to fight.
I don't know. I just think because he had more info, but if you listen to them songs, that Drake shit was Drake shit was more harder. Drake shit was more harder.
Who the fuck you in the studio with? You know, I'm gonna tell you something because you definitely see you come from that.
He cheated with that shit. Oh, he got a son. That's the only reason why niggas say he won because he was like, oh, Drake, nobody knew Drake got a son. Yeah, he got a son. He don't take care of his son. That was the only bullshit. You know what I mean? Yeah, Drake's a bad guy. But other than that, the bars, Drake was killing that.
Yo, you know what's funny? Yo, you know what's ill is that I remember you was on Entourage, right? And and that's the only reason why I watched Entourage was you was on it. So I'm like, they got this hip hop thing going. Who? Saigon, boom. I bet. But it's funny because when I was watching it, my man was like, the homies was like, yo, I know Saigon. I was in jail with him. He's a real nigga. Whatever you was doing in jail, remember you was real. So he's a real one.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
I lie to you, man. Yo, you had the game on and you win. And I ain't gonna lie to you. You played the show that because you made. It looked at one point like you was the main attraction and they was your entourage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People just watching to see you on it, to see what you say.
But you know what was crazy? I was only supposed to be on like one episode of shit, like a, and then they ended up being like, damn, this kid's really killing it. I ended up doing 2 seasons. Like that wasn't part of the plan. They ended up keep writing me back in. So I was like, shit, this is going good. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, this is popping. And then ultimately, I'm like, are y'all gonna keep me? They was like, ultimately, we gotta let you go, bro. We gonna fuck around and be a cast member. So they was like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, fuck it, man. Like I didn't plan on that. Honestly, like I said, that came from G and Hop. And I didn't go, yo, can y'all go get me an acting role? They came to me with that shit. Like, yo, there's a show that Mark Wahlberg's doing, and they looking for an up-and-coming artist. Would you be willing to fuck with? I was like, worst case scenario, they say no. Fuck it, I'll go read for it. And I read for it and I got the part, which was crazy because I didn't expect to get that part.
Man, you did, and that's the script. Just know from the there's people giving me information about Saigon, rapper, and just to see you on TV. I'm like, so you can make it out. This is all hip hop.
Yeah. It's hip hop, bro. Bro, even bigger than that, I got a chance to travel the whole world like 3 times. Like, I've been all over. I've probably been to 35 countries, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, 4 yards. Hip hop, bro. Like, imagine going from prison to that. I mean, but prison, imagine going from being a child who never had no stability, never felt love, never felt any of that shit.
Yeah.
Going to prison, thinking when you early 20s, like, damn, I done threw my fucking life away. I got 2 felonies. I'm fucking 22 years old. They about to throw me back out to the world. And this music, this hip hop shit comes along and saves my life and changed my life. And let me see the world, let me have kids, let me grow up to be older, that's why I get mad when I see this shit getting raped and pillaged, because I'm like, this shit could save a lot of other kids too. You know what I'm saying? And not just from a monetary standpoint,
yes,
but from a just let them know they can believe in themselves, because everybody can't make it. So, but
because they don't hear your story. See, your story sounds amazing. See, for me, to hear your story is like, yo, my daughter, listen to this. A man who spent 5 yards, listen, in jails that in zip codes we would never visit, but New York State border said, see, these zip codes, spending these yards, they're finding a lane in hip hop and traveling the world.
Yeah,
that's knowing that where he came from, hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the reason why I feel obligated to stay true to it as much as I can. I could have easily been, and I hate to use the term because it's cliche, stole my soul, but they out here buying niggas' souls, bro. It's real, because if something don't feel right on your spirit and you still go through with it anyway, because there might be a check attack, you just sold your soul, bro. You sold out. If it don't feel right in your spirit, you go, this shit is wrong, but I'm gonna get paid, so I'm gonna do it anyway. Then you sold your fucking soul, Jack. That's all that means.
Yo, we see that a lot in this culture, and they think it's cool. We see that a lot now, where you said, so like we'll vote TV. Y'all should take a chance and have that one show where conversations that we should have seen. These type of conversations where we came from this, listen to this message. Stop worrying about the advertisers and the people that don't want to pay for this.
Nah, they selling liquor, man. They selling liquor. They modern day bootleggers. They sell liquor. They sell alcohol. They sell clothing brands that they don't sell information. They don't give them. They're not giving these kids no tools to really understand life. They doing whatever makes money. And when commerce comes into the situation and you live in a capitalist society, like that shit dwarfs everything. Money. If you look at an artist or even anybody, the first thing they talk about is their money. They don't even talk about their integrity first. Look how much money I got. Yeah, they don't talk about look what kind of man I am. They talk about, look at my bank account.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. You could you could eat nice food. You can go to nice places. You could drive nice cars, wear nice clothes. All right. What else? Yes. What's after that?
Yes,
what's after that? That's all you can do that the average person who ain't got the money can't do. That's it. Who are you as a man? That's one thing I liked about prison, because it didn't matter how much money you had on the outside, nigga.
Yeah.
Y'all was all equal in there, because you could have been a trillionaire on the streets. In here, you got to deal with a person as a man, not because you got money. That shit ain't gonna matter. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the content of your character is gonna determine how rich you are in there.
Yes, that's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's how you start seeing who. Yeah. That's why it's even the same shit with these little so-called gangsters. Take the gun out that nigga hand and then go see who he is.
That's true.
Yeah, the same nigga he running from with that pistol. If he had that pistol, would turn around, whoop his ass.
And nobody tells us that like fly.
Yeah. The same person, he turn around, beat the shit out you.
Because now you're sitting in jail, then
with no pistol. But that's when you figure out you was a pussy this whole time. Because now you ain't got now even if you get a little razor or a little shank, a motherfucker who can fight is gonna beat you, disarm you, and take your shit out your hand.
I seen that in jail. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So all of that, you ain't tough because you could squeeze a trigger. A girl could shoot you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
A female, a little 12-year-old kid could pull up on you with a gun and kill you.
Now, I want to ask you a question. Would you want to take questions from any guests that's on in the chat? Like somebody come up, like can I bring somebody else up too?
Yeah.
All right, hold on one second. Let me get my man Madison. Pull up. Cause my man here, he does a battle rap thing in Albany, New York. He's hip hop. He's into hip hop heavy. He ain't gonna ask you nothing crazy about the bodies and all that.
No, I don't. Listen.
I want to ask you a
Listen, I'm an open book.
A&R, right? The A&R, you in the studio, you making a dope track. There's always that one college guy. He just came out of UCLA. Saigon, I got a great idea. I got this Lisa Marie beat with James. If you could just put the glitter jacket on in the video, we're gonna win. That's what they doing to these young boys. These young boys is
Now they doing it worse. They telling these motherfuckers, look, all you gotta do is put this rag around your head and act like you're a gangster. Act like you're a gangster. And that's why when shit like 6ix9ine happens, nobody should be shocked. Which I thought 6ix9ine was gonna stand tall and go to jail and shit. Like, nah, I'm gonna go through these years for the gang. Nigga, that nigga was telling in the police car.
Police did what?
Nigga telling them. As soon as they cuffed him, he started telling niggas. Telling
sex with my girl. He told
on his moms, everybody, but everybody going down.
Now this is what's crazy, Saigon. In our generation, so if you rob somebody for a chain that was 10 carat folio, 2 niggas might have died, 1 nigga might have got shot. He got robbed for a chain that's worth $900,000 that's insured. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
Like in our generation, somebody definitely got tied up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. These guys get what
but you know what? He shouldn't even put himself in that element. Like I'm smarter than that. Like you gotta know when to say, okay, this is above my head. You know what I'm saying? This can't end well. This can't end good. You know what I'm saying? This can't end good. Like that's what I tell people about joining the gang. Like a young kid. Whenever I see a young kid who's in the gang, I'd be like, why? Like, what's the good part of being? Like, if you wanted me to join your gang, and tell me why the benefits of being in the gang. Nobody could ever tell me none. So I'm like, why are you in it? Why would you join it?
Yeah, because and it's funny.
What it is? Yeah, you scary. You a scary. You a scary little nigga. That's all it is.
I'm a real one. I'm solid though, huh? And you know what's crazy, man, is I realized that this gang coaching thing, like you said, it's like dudes gravitate to that. Like it means something. You ask you why you in the gang, and there's not a story to it. It's not before I said the storyline. It's oppression. Yeah,
I mean, this what happened. This what happened. Like the kids in LA, a lot of them was raised into the shit because their fathers was in it when it was new. So you know what I mean? Their fathers with it, so they was raised as a baby. Like that's all they know. You see what I'm saying? The same way hip hop culture to us is, like I said, I was raised in it. A lot of these kids was raised in that gang culture shit. But that's over there on the West Coast. We wasn't raised in this shit. It wasn't over here at that time. So, you know, especially Bloods and Crips, and now you got GDs over here in New York and Gangster Disciples and Vice Lords, some straight Chicago shit, which been around Chicago since the 60s and shit, and 70s. Now you got these New York motherfuckers talking about I'm a gangster disciple of this and that. And I go, and it is spread through hip hop. This is what I'm telling you. Like it's spread through.
You're right. The elements.
The different elements of hip hop. Film, rap.
What the hell is he saying? I said, but shout out to Chief Keef, but like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Those dudes got spent on because of that song. It's weird, man.
That shit is crazy. It's crazy, bro. Yo, you know what's funny? The funniest part about it is when you see the older artists not saying nothing. Like when niggas remain quiet. That's fear. This is how you know these be the same niggas that be like, yo, if I would have never been a slave in them slave days, I would have been like, fuck that. These are the same niggas who scared to speak up because they worried about getting canceled. So you definitely wouldn't have been no rebel. You would have been a house slave, a fucking. Yeah, you would have. It
was Zeke. It was Zeke.
These be the first ones that be like, I would have never tolerated that shit. I'd have been shut the fuck up. You fucking shut up.
You know what I'm saying?
You scared to offend certain people because you worry about getting canceled. And your bottom line is your money or some shit like that. So you definitely wouldn't have been Harriet Tubman, nigga. You definitely wouldn't have been Nat Turner. You definitely wouldn't have been none of these motherfuckers. You was a coward. You would have been nigga sitting right there like this.
So Yo, and that's funny because it's selling to. This is what, and it's wild because you put you in a room like Future. Future, he promotes young dumb shit. That's his category. You young niggas say you're real, you're solid, and instead of you pulling to the side, you do know after all those shootings, somebody's gonna go to jail. Like nobody sits and tells them this shit. At least when we were younger, we knew there was a consequence. You know that shit you did last night. Somebody tell you going to jail. Young Thug, which had so much time because he wanted to be himself. You can't wear a skirt and want to start shooting corners up. That shit don't mix, my nigga. So it's like now you're locked up and they call you a gang leader. They keep giving you all these shootings and all these, and it's just like, was it worth it?
Sad. Now, hell no, it wasn't worth it. Hell no. Hell no. There's no way in hell you can sit there and say, I seriously doubt if somebody came to him right now and said, if you could do it all over again, would you do it? Would you do it the same way? He'd be like, yeah, I'm repping. But he'd be like, hell no, man. Please, I wish I could rewind that and do it over again. So why weren't you thinking like that when you had the opportunity to tell people, to go in another direction?
You know what I realized, man? When we was young, right? When we got a little bit of money, we disappeared. They call us funny. Yo, see, he got me funny. He got a job now. He don't come around no more. And that's the thing to do. You get money, and you stay away. You stay out of harm's way.
Stay out of harm's way.
Yeah. Wife, you argue, and then I'm back on the block. You know what I'm saying? That's how it went back in the days. Unless you had a reason, unless you really was outside doing what you was doing, right? Now, these young boys think it's cool to get shot at. Like, that's real nigga shit.
Hip hop, rap music, and social media. Like another thing, social media. We wasn't ready for this concoction of things. Yeah. Because that spreads it even quick. So a lot of the kids is getting wrote on is talking shit and tweeting about, yo, we smoking on your dead homie. Now, we're gonna smoke on this guy who just got killed. Who somebody really loves this kid. So now it's like, okay, when we see him, we're gonna kill him so somebody can say they smoking on him. And then it becomes a cycle. Then we gotta kill him so they can say we smoking on him. To the point where these are just kids, bro. When you look at their ages, they ain't like 18, 17, 20. I'm like, these motherfuckers don't realize death is irreversible.
It's young boys, right?
It's babies. It's fucking babies. They're babies, bro. They're babies.
I'm gonna tell you, this is crazy, Saigon. It's young kids. Listen, you got caught up with some shit. Yeah. These young boys that's rapping, one of the kids got their chains yapped. So I guess the kids that yapped their chains like 10 blocks away, allegedly. So I guess the guy who took the chain, he decided he's gonna go live on one of these networks. Yo, real niggas be outside. The young boys see, now check it. They're live on the block, they see the background. What about these young boys? They paying a lot of attention to the background.
Hell yeah.
2 hours later, two men down. 2 young boys allegedly got smoked. Then
that just happened with another rapper. He was talking about, yo, I'm on my old block. He went live. Yo, any of my ops. Yo, I'm gonna be here for the next 5 hours. So whoever want it, come get it. They went and killed them.
Yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying?
It was like, thank you. Thanks for the info.
Thanks, brother.
This shit is unreal. Yo, I think if this was any other group, community of people, this shit would have been an emergency by now. The world would have stopped. The world would have stopped and be like, hold up. You know what I mean? This shit would have been on every big outlet. Like, this is out of hand. It would have been out of control. They just watch us do it and be like, let them keep doing it. Fuck it.
Yo,
put the nigga on a t-shirt. Bro, put him on a t-shirt. Look, who's talking about Young Thug or Gunna right now? Nobody cares. Like, these niggas are sitting in jail and life goes on. I don't see no more posts. I don't see them niggas on post. Only time you see them on your timeline is what they got more charges. They got shit. And then people like, oh shit, bro, keep scrolling.
You know what? Out of all those little young boys, the one I see that he's waking up just a little bit is Little Doug. He's trying. I guess he must get one of them OGs that came home and sat his ass down.
Yeah, his father came home. His father
was. Listen,
man, his father's out. His father said, "Hold on, yeah, we got, bro, you made it. You made it. Even Chief Keef. Chief Keef don't go back to Chicago. He's like,
Hell
for
no, he
what?
stayed away. He didn't even
Yeah, he said for what?
that.
So I can get killed? So I can, yeah, so niggas gonna be like, yo, they go Keef, let me smoke Chief Keef.
Yeah,
Get
I'm
some
talking about
points.
Chief Keef packs, facts.
Yeah, he is. So they can be like, we smoking on Chief Keef. He's like, nah, you won't get me. You won't,
Okay,
no.
that's what they doing, bro.
Yeah, they starting to smarten up. And it's funny because now they gotta speak up, though. You gotta tell these kids who still in up there doing that shit, how stupid the reason why you ain't still out there. Like, don't get the fuck away from that. You supposed to be telling these. Don't tell them it's cool to slide and all that shit. And we slide. Look, you just look. Your homeboy's dead. Your brother's dead. Like, how many people you gotta watch die before you tell motherfucker this ain't the way? Because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck how much money you amass. When you sitting down there with all this money and all these opportunities, because you got all this money, know what you're gonna be saying? I wish my boy was here to see this shit. I wish I could share this with son. I wish homie could see all of this. You know what I'm saying? You start thinking about all that shit is important because you want to share it with your people. Your peoples is all getting killed and people's all dead. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That shit don't even make sense.
You know what's crazy? It was like this guy out here in St. Louis. He was Blender. Blender was a dope rapper. He had a good flow. He was nice. But his best song, he specifically mentioned his ops who's dead. He's doing dead homie dances. He died at one of his shows, bro. He got assassinated. It was in the Hooters out here. He went and performed outside. He got assassinated. So you're right. You're making songs that's directly putting you in harm's way. You know what I'm saying?
Like you knocking on the devil's door, bro. You're knocking on the devil's door. You like this, hey. So when he answers and lets you in, you can't blame nobody but yourself.
You can't blame yourself. And this is why I tell people, man, we cannot. You have to sit down and talk to these like you said. What co-signs these young dumb niggas, not young dumb, but these young ignorant kids that want to kill each other, is the old guy that's saying y'all real niggas. Man, y'all niggas is real.
Yes, exactly.
I watched the documentary with that kid that died, that popped the perch and died in the airplane.
Yeah, Juice WRLD.
You watch that, it's sad because like every scene he was high. Like, what grown man has kids? You're watching this kid all day. This is your
You know why? Because he's the breadwinner. So nobody's good. People scared that he gonna cut you off.
Yeah.
And be like, don't bring him around. He's telling me the right shit. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example of that. When I came home from jail, right? My friends used to take me to strip clubs, right? So I was the guy in the strip club telling the strippers, "What you doing in here?" Like, yo, like you think you're a beautiful girl. You don't think you could do something, you know what I mean? So it got to the point where strippers would avoid me. Like, to where I'm like, they would just walk past me. So I'm like, yo, I'm holding my money up and shit. They just walk right by me like I had the cooties or some shit. So, so one stripper told me, she said, yo, you know why they don't fuck with you? Because one girl goes in the back and amongst the one and be like, the guy with the Wu-Tang shirt, that nigga over there kicking that, you could do better about you gonna make you feel bad. Yeah, that nigga gonna make you feel guilty. Stay away from that. And the same shit your father would tell you, the shit he's gonna say. So avoid him. So they be like, fuck your money in because they don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? So them adults who be around these kids, they scared of getting cut off, but they know they should tell this kid, yo, shorty, slow down with the drugs, or don't do this, or don't do that. But they worried about them being like, oh, word, he can't come on the next tour. This nigga be the one preaching, telling me to do the right thing. Shit.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
It's crazy, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Because my friend, he played a lot of your music. He's on in Albany, New York, man, it's cool. He had a show called Future Flavors, shit like that. But it was on the commercial station 96.3. And he used to always play music. Like I told you, I was a fan of yours because you was on TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It felt good. Yeah. I ain't not funny. It felt good to be like, when out of town, look at Saigon, he a New York nigga on TV representing New York. It made me feel good. I'm like, yes, now some real shit. So
a lot of people were shocked to see me on it. I was shocked.
You did a good job. I ain't gonna lie to you. Going back to that, not going back into that, but you brought definitely the people
Yeah, the
And,
Fly. I
and
was the first black person on the show.
you opened the door where they
Yeah,
have
for
a
other rappers to come on and all of that shit.
right
Yeah, I
there.
was. Yeah. After that, Bow Wow, Kanye, everybody came on after that and shit.
After that, you took that shit
Eminem,
awesome.
yeah, after that. But I was the first like rap head on that shit.
Yo, I was like, yo. And then he did the album with I remember doing an album with
Just Blade.
Just Blaze, but that time in hip hop, it was the Houston flow of it. It was the lean era, sitting sideways and all this other shit.
Yeah. Ringtone. It was the ringtone shit.
Oh, bingo.
Ringtone rap. Lean with it, rock with it,
ringtone.
lean with it. Franchise boys and all that shit.
You were doing all this shit, crazy shit.
Yeah, Jake Paul. Everybody in the club get tipsy. Yeah. I had to go against that. It was crazy because I had to go against that in New York City though. Like
who's at that time? 50 Cent was he had in the
50 Cent. 50 Cent was on a tear. 50 Cent was on the tear. It was just, yeah.
Who else? Fat Joe's did the shit with Lil Wayne, the money shit.
But those guys,
you had a lot of competition when you dropped
those guys. But we were new. Like I came in with like Papoose, Uncle Murder. We was the new guys. You know what I'm saying? Those guys were already established a little bit. Yeah. Because they had record deals before. They had marketing dollars put behind them before. So I came in with like Papoose, Graf. Remember Graf?
Yep,
Graf, Papoose, me. We all got our deal. Corey Gunn. We all got our deals around the same time. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So we was like the early 2000 batch.
And
we bought it.
A hip hop that was just like Johnny. Because
what happened was New York was going through a transitional point where 50 was just first he went and got with Dre. So once he was already killing the streets, but once he got with Dre, it was like it was over. You know what I'm saying? So we already knew 50 was on another planet. So
yes, it's on another
it was us down here to be like, okay, who gonna keep this New York hip hop shit rocking? And it was like between me and Papoose, and because we were both lyricists and all of that shit. And shout out to K Slay, because K Slay was he was like me. This is why me and Slay was so close. He loved the culture. Like you understand, K Slay is he's the coach. He's fucking graffiti, he's b-boy. You know what I mean? That's why his name is supposed to rock forever, because he was so important to this culture. And so that's why me and him established a real friendship outside of music, because we care about the culture and shit like that. And like, so when I'm coming up and when I start to see that the business don't care about the culture at all, I was like, oh shit, this is not for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought once the point of getting the record deals to represent for hip hop. But I got caught up in that. Nah, bro, we represent the dollar, nigga. That's it. You can make a song called "Fuck Your Mother in the Ass," and we think it's gonna sell. We putting it out, we get some traction. Fuck Your Mother in the Ass is selling. Yo, put the bag behind it.
Around that time in hip hop, it was different, and you're right. The what they were selling, like you're right. When it dropped, all that shit, all that weird sound shit.
Yeah.
They didn't want nothing that was positive, any positive message. Like you have a message.
Nah, that shit went away.
They push you up. They sent you upstairs to CL to Electric Records. They had to CL. Yo, listen, we're gonna find a lane in Pittsburgh for you.
It's funny. CL worked pain in my life with me. He'll tell you how hard it was.
I met him with my man Chris Cool. He was pushing.
Yeah, CL's my guy from DigiWack. Yeah. That's my dude. CL would tell you how hard it was for me to work that song. And he's bringing me to radio stations, and they're like, this is not radio formatted. And I'm like, listen, just let the people decide.
Let the people decide, man.
Yeah, let the people decide. You know what I'm saying? Because just because you feeding them the same shit, it's almost like if I can keep feeding my kid the same 3 meals every fucking day, I don't know if he likes anything else, because all he knows is this shit I keep giving him.
Yes.
You might give him something else. He'd be like, I love this, thank you. But
Yeah.
that's not how it works. It's not how it works. Radio is corporate, and it's not about what the people want. It's called radio programming for a reason, because they're gonna program your fucking mind with the same frequencies that they want to program you with. That's why they call it a program director. The nigga that owns it. He's gonna
Yes.
program this shit that's gonna program you. You know what I'm saying? That's why the same certain artists are on the radio all the time.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, that shit ain't cool. That shit is not by the people love them so much. The people love them so much they play his shit every 10 seconds. Nah. That's corporate structure.
Corporate shit. It's funny because the first time I heard the Wu-Tang, where I was getting out, they kept out for 8 months. Mind my business. Some shit happened. I know I woke up. They want to cop it out the 8 months in the county jail. Some shit happened. Some real dumb shit. Some shit that was avoidable. But when I got out, my homeboy was like, "Yo, Zeke, they got this shit out. This Wu-Tang man shit. And what's that? A song called Cream." Now, as crazy as it sounds, Cream was a song that had a message in it. Listen to it.
Of course, yeah. Yeah. After 20 long hard years of still struggling, surviving. Yeah. To kick the truth to the young black youth. Shorty going wild, smoking cess, drinking beer, but ain't trying to hear what I'm kicking in his ear. Like that was conscious rap.
You can't get no more conscious than that.
You can't get no more conscious than that.
We talking about at that time with all the cocaine in the world.
But you know why Wu-Tang was so big? Because they were organic. You couldn't. It was organic. It was something that, like, they went and signed with a little ass Loud Records at the time. Loud was a startup. Like Steve Rifkin was figuring it out. But he just knew that this shit right here is so special that it's gonna win.
Yes.
It's gonna win because it's organic, it's real, it's like a fucking, if something in the ground, if something is in the ground, either that shit is a seed, it's buried, or it's planted. So it's either gonna be down there forever, or it's gonna sprout. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I'm gonna tell you what's ill, right? I said about Wu-Tang. Now, Nas, the first time I heard Nas, I just came out from out of town. I have $1 million scheme. Me and a couple of good. Shout out to my man Money One from the 131 crew. We sitting around, we talking about some shit, about breaking some law, a little bit of law, but I don't know. So that me and him became partners for like a week. Then we had to break up like Bobby and Whitney. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? But in the midst of our business transaction, he had bought a Ron G tape. And he said, "Yo, Zeke, listen to this shit. What you think about this?" And when he played it at the barbecue, I was like, "Yo, put that shit, yo."
Yeah, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
Hip hop, bro.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that man now be where he's at now? From a verse. Now, mind you, hip hop heads, that song was on Main Source's album already.
Yeah.
We just never listened to it. Some of us just never paid no mind.
I did. That was my favorite, one of my favorite songs on the album.
On the joint. Gotcha.
Yeah, Breaking Adam. Breaking Adam. Yeah, that was one of my, looking at the front door was that's still one of my favorite. That's still one of my favorite songs in hip hop ever. But that Friendly Game of Baseball, just hanging out. I'm just hanging out. Just hanging out.
That was the joint.
Yeah, that shit was that. Yeah.
That brought you back into that book. He nice. Cause that's what hip hop heads did. What he just said.
Yeah. I remember hearing that. Then I remember hearing Halftime. Now, matter of fact, he had a verse on that, and he had a verse on Back to the Grill Again.
Remember?
Yeah. So when I was like, "Who the fuck is this kid right here?" Right? And I heard him twice. I'm like, "This motherfucker's rapping," and then we came with that Halftime. I was like, "This nigga's the best." Halftime, I was like, "This nigga's the best, bro."
Life's a Bitch is probably one of the most played songs on the park bench. Because you couldn't dance to this shit. You had to listen to the message. And that was weird. Like, oh shit. Nas
is one of them. There's a few guys who shifted the culture.
Yeah, shit.
When they came, like, took it and said, like, shifted the whole culture. And he's one of them. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those guys. A lot of guys got, they were able to, like, Yeah, I wouldn't even say Jay is a guy to shift. Even as much as I love Jay, he's one of my favorites. I would say what Jay was doing, and he got caught up at a lucky time because it was Puffy. Puffy had that formula with the taking the 80s shits, taking the 80s songs and just flipping them, or not just cut, because before then, nigga would chop a sample up and chop it up to where you would have to, you know what I mean? He just came rapping over the whole fucking, just play the instrumental and let the nigga rap over it and then flip the hook. Because if you look at Can't Knock the Hustle, I'm taking out this time to give you a piece of my mind. Who do you
It's
think
a
you
block
are?
party joint. That's a disco joint, man.
You think who's that? Melissa Morgan? Whose song is that? I forgot who sang that song. Boom,
That was a joint.
yeah, I'm talking about Can't Knock the Hustle, the shit Jay rapped over. So that was like a formula that was going on. Even Dre was doing it. He was just doing it with funk. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I didn't realize a lot of those songs till later on because I was never into funk music until I started watching certain documentaries and I see George Clinton and all these guys, and then I'd be like, yo, that's Snoop shit. So I'm thinking, I'm thinking they took Snoop shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought they made that shit up. I didn't know about George Clinton and shit because I was never in the funk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking Snoop, what's my name? All them beats, the Dre sample from George Clinton, which he probably took his whole catalog and shit.
Definitely did.
I'm thinking Dre.
Definitely did.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what's crazy is that when you went to your friend's house and you seen the old records and then see them put some shit together, it was like magic. Like it was like watch somebody take a record and record a piece of it and loop this shit and spin this shit around 5 times, and you're sitting there, and then you gotta write a rhyme to catch this beat. That's magic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why Q-Tip was one of the illest, bro. If you go listen to Tribe Called, everybody don't realize Q-Tip was producing all that shit. Q-Tip was producing all the tribe music.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and he just knew how to. He just had a different way of sampling, chopping shit up.
Hold on 1 second, brother.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Oh, it's book. Got you. Got it. And what else? Yeah. Oh, this is Brother Salidin. I think his Wi-Fi was.
What's up, Salidin?
What's going on, Sal, man?
What's up, man?
You Marshall's law, man. If it can go wrong, it'll go wrong, but that's okay. Y'all doing a great job, and we can.
It's all good, man. We could do it again, man. We could do a part 2. We could do a part 2, man. We could do a part 2, man. Cause me and homie just kicking it. We just shooting the breeze, bro. You know what I'm saying? We just shooting the breeze.
That I can't promote your book, bro, because I read your book twice. And to whoever is listening right now, I'm telling you, you guys know Salidin. I love the books. I'm telling you, this is an amazing story. This is amazing. You're gonna laugh. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be interesting to you. So go out and purchase Saigon's book. I'm telling you.
Yes, please.
It is a good book. Now I got the audio version, and I'm going to go to Barnes and Nobles and pick up the hard copy. But
appreciate you, man.
Also part 2 soon. So I don't want y'all to miss
part 2.
Yeah. Part 2's not out. Part 2's not out yet. They can't get that yet. But you know, I didn't even really start promoting part 1 yet because now it's available. It's available now. People could go buy it, but I didn't go on my book run. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to.
Yeah.
Because
I need a copy of the book too, brother.
Yeah, I got you, man. I got you. It's just like a lot of life shit. My son is about to move in with me. My son's coming to live with me. So I'm about to be like Furious Styles out this motherfucker, man. That's it.
Yo, Salidin, it was crazy. Like when he was 11, I was 11. He was outside, right? Now being outside was like a different world because it was pencil. The streets was dirtier. Vietnam.
Yeah.
We had a chance to watching how they was shooting the Vietnam vets. And like I was saying earlier, depending on where you was at, the Latinos veterans would be out there playing with the congos and the bongos, and they be out there getting busy. And then
Yeah.
the block party, and some dudes will put the microphone by, you know what I'm saying? And it's all part of the culture.
All culture, man.
Stage,
Hell
baby,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
That's the beauty of this shit, man. That's why I'm gonna love this shit till I die, man. Like this shit it saved so many lives, man. It
Yes,
changed so
man.
many people. But now to see it start to take lives, it hurts. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because this was supposed to be something that we created and amongst ourselves for us. You know what I'm saying? For us to be able to say, okay, this is culture. This is something that we can take and build off of it. And for it to be taken from us and to turn into just a money making thing, and it's all about just commerce and making a dollar. The shit is like, damn, we can't make nothing. That shows us no matter what we create, they're gonna take it and rape and pillage it.
You know
No
what?
matter what it is.
You know what?
Because we allow it. We allow it because we don't have no unity. And like and I hate sounding repetitive, but you never know who's listening. So the word community means common unity. So if you don't have unity with your people, you don't have a community. So when we talk about the hip hop community, there's no such thing. When we talk about the black community, no, there's no such thing. There's black neighborhoods. Where black people live, but we live amongst each other, but we're not united.
Yes.
That's like ants. When you see ants, ant farm, they work together. Everybody works together. You have to work together with your people. We the only people that don't work together. We work apart. And that's the reason why we don't grow. We don't grow.
Yeah, you
And
right.
this shit is sad. It's sad because everybody could take everything that we start. You look at the NBA, you look at the NFL, you look at music, you look at everything, you look at black invention, you look at all the things that black people are fucking responsible for in America, and we don't own nothing. We don't own none of it.
Right.
We don't own shit. There's not one black owner in the NFL. The league is 75% black.
Yeah, you right.
There's not one black NFL owner, bro.
That's true.
And the league is 75% black, bro.
It's a fact, man. Even on basketball, you think that
Basketball, bro. Now you got Michael Jordan, who's the owner because he's Michael Jordan, and they had to let a nigga like that in. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But they don't look at him like us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they be like, yeah, that's Mike. You know what I'm saying? Mike can shut us down, fuck around.
You know what I'm saying? He's not a Moses Malone. He's not a Samson. He's not gonna
they don't. And we're responsible for the trillions of dollars these shits generate. And the sad part is we're responsible for all this shit, but none of this shit trickles back down to our community. None of it. I was talking to this dude, this Arab dude, and he told me he was breaking down how many times a dollar changes hands in his community before it leaves his community. And he was breaking this shit down to me and was like, this shit don't happen in your community. As soon as y'all get a dollar, y'all give it away.
That's a fact. Because you know what's funny? You know what's funny is that that's why I said I want to do a show based off of you don't have to be drunk, you don't have to be high. We could just vibe. This is hip hop. And you know, people, when you're more relaxed and nobody's because interviewing dudes in the street is like a police investigation. Like I'm telling you with the police. My whole thing is as you see how people just heard your story, and it doesn't involve nobody else.
It don't gotta invite, man. It don't gotta involve nobody.
That's power. A lot of people go to interviews and they first
because they want clickbait. They want clickbait. They want to try to they miss the whole point of anything important. We want to hear about who's dissing who had this to say about that person. Yo, this person said this about that. This person said that shit is extra corny.
What's up?
Yeah. So at first I thought I was talking, but I had the mute button on. There was so many times I tried to jump in. As soon as you said bongos, I tried to jump in because you see the magic of all that. Even the spirit of Tito Fuente being down in the Bronx, you know, it was a mesh that cannot be. It was so organic, that magic, this energy that created hip hop. So even a lot of people don't know where that excerpt of Puerto Rico.
Oh,
That was a real
battle
party. That was a real party that happened, and somebody happened to be recorded. That was not staged like, oh, we're gonna go in the studio and say, oh, Puerto Rico, oh, no.
Yeah. That's the same thing like the Go Brooklyn, Go Brooklyn. The same thing with the Go Brooklyn shit. Go Brooklyn, Go Brooklyn. Somebody recorded that shit. You know what I'm saying? That was a live, yeah.
Yes, oh shit, this is, and that's what hip hop was. It was like you said, you go to battle and people had these songs.
Yeah, and now it's a billion. Now these guys are becoming billionaires, like, which is great.
And go back to what Saigon was saying, you know, that boy Kaepernick took the knee, man, and so many people made the decision not to stand together. And I could say, hey, you do you, right? But as long as we don't stand together, right, it's always going to be somebody who just say, oh, man, you know, that's cool and all, but I got to look out for us. But guess what? That's why we always go off for it. Because you don't understand. You at jeopardy. You think you safe because you ran off and you took the money? You're not safe, bro. You're not safe until we all are safe. So meaning if they think they can get away with it and continue to get away with it because it's going to be a week somewhere, hey, they're going to keep on doing it, man. They're going to keep on doing it.
But we know what came out of that though.
But at this point, bro, we can't point fingers no more unless we point fingers at ourselves, bro.
Yeah,
at this point, we can't say the white man. We can't say, yo, the white man. We already know. We know our history in this country. We know how we got here. We know what the fuck we doing here. So we can't keep blaming the motherfucker who's been saying, you know what I'm saying? It's like, at some point, we got to hold ourselves accountable. You know what I'm saying? And say,
I don't blame them. You know why that statement was? I don't know if I have to correct that statement because I don't want to misconstrue. That goes back to when you was explaining about community. That was how I made that statement.
Yeah.
To stick together.
That's what I'm saying. It's time for us. It's time for us to realize if we don't adapt that, then we don't stand a chance, bro.
Yeah.
We don't stand a chance. We just might as well just linger here and just, like I said, because if the next generation of young black men, right, are thinking it's cool to like you said, to sit here and gang bang and like this is what's put on the forefront, like the underbelly of our community, of our neighborhood, we put to the forefront and be like, yo, this is what being a man is about. Gang banging, how many bitches you can sleep with, everything in hip hop that's popular is the shit that your mother told you not to be growing up. Like you ain't gonna end up like them pimps and hustlers on the corner, right? You remember growing up, your mother saying that? No, I'm out here. You ain't gonna end up like them pimps and hustlers and gangsters out there.
Yeah.
That's the shit that we advocate and tell our generation, the kids under us, it's cool.
That's cool. It's gangsters.
This shit is backwards. This shit is ass backwards.
It definitely is, man, and that's why, like, see what happens is somebody's like you said, you're watching, you're gonna listen, and then somebody's gonna try to, I gotta do what Saigon was just talking about, because we gotta have these conversations. I don't want to hear about the shot no more. I don't want to hear about.
Bro, I could have been up here talking about I shot this dude, I shot that dude, or this one. Nobody want to get. What the fuck is that, bro?
What are we doing? Like you said, to build this unity. This. We know that they can cancel us. They got the power, right? So now, why don't we have the power? Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
because we don't own shit. We don't own shit.
Right there. Why don't we have the power?
Because we don't own. We know why we don't have no unity. You don't have nothing before you. UNITY. UNITY. That's a unity. Remember that?
Remember
what I'm saying? UNITY. That shit meant something.
Yeah. Who you calling a bitch? What?
Yo, and that was crazy. Like I remember the first time I heard Queen Latifah. It was ladies first. The first time I heard, I was like, "Oh, she her Moni, they was killing that. Boom." Yeah. Then as I hear more and more, then hip hop at that point, to me, you can't get no more conscious in that. It was overcrowding gangster shit because you had P.E. De La Soul, like a happy-go-lucky day. Poor righteous teacher.
X Clan,
King's Son.
King's Son, yep, King's Son. Big Daddy Kane was a conscious rapper.
He had a lot of conscious, yeah.
Yeah, Young Gifted and Black, bro.
Gifted and Black.
Even Cool G Rap erased racism. Like Cool G Rap was just a great storyteller. You know what I'm saying?
Great.
He was an amazing storyteller. But you understood Cool G Rap was like watching a movie and shit. You know what I'm saying? He was just like the guy who took you on a journey and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a job with the mall making G's. Doing the live up
like a flunky money.
Yeah, it was like watching a mob flick. You know what I'm saying?
That was crazy. He was like this. My joint was in the club. This is a club banger. This is crazy. You lose, but you got the Ill Street Blues.
Yeah,
that was a club banger. When he used to say, "Throw him on the head, buck."
Take that with you on the way down.
The club would go crazy for that one. Bro, you hear me?
Hey, Saigon, how did you did a song with Cool G Rap with the Peas, man, and
I did a lot of songs with Cool G. We did a bunch.
Started, how did that come about? Even getting together to do that song?
Because I reached out to him, like when I got my deal, they was like, "Yo, man, who you want to work with?" And I had a little buzz. I had a crazy buzz, so I'm like, "Yo, man, I gotta work with." They thought I wanted to work with the new guys. I'm like, "Fuck these new guys. I want to go work with Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap. I want to go." And I reached out to Cool G Rap, and I'm like, "Yo, fam, I'm a new artist, but I grew up like, you know, like studying you, man." And he was like, "Nah, I've been checking you out, and I'll be glad to do it." And then, you know, first he asked me to get on a record. Wow. I got on one of his records first.
Wow.
And so I said, Can you jump on this record with me? I got a record. He was like, "Of course, man." And it was Letter P. And you know what I'm saying? And at that time, Smack DVDs was hot. So I was like, "Yo, I want to shoot this video on Smack DVD." And that shit kind of like, it introduced me to, because I already had my little buzz on my age demographic, but to older rappers, to older fans, who were like a couple of years older than me, it was like, "Yo, who's this young guy rapping with Cool G Rap?" You know what I'm saying? So, that's still to me one of the highlights of my career. Like I came in this shit to get acknowledgement from my heroes. You know what I mean? That shit meant more than anything because these guys were like superheroes to me. You know what I'm saying? That's like if I could meet Optimus Prime, if this nigga was real, or Lion from the Thundercats.
The Thundercats.
Yeah, Thundercats.
G.I. Joe in the morning. Remember
G.I. Joe, yeah, GoBots. Remember the fake Transformers, the GoBots? He'd be like, "I don't fuck with the GoBots. I fuck with Leader One and them niggas." Like Leader One, these niggas is all motorcycles. They trash. Fake ass Transformers.
I remember one day. Right? Marty Marl. I'm listening to BLS. Marty Marl like this. He like Cool G Rap. I don't know where he was at. But Marty Marl came with a story. Cool G Rap stayed out of jail. A brand new song he put out. The single was Men at Work, and there was another one he put out that was Poison. Cool G Rap and Polo back again. Yep. What? This is Poison.
Phil Contaminated. Yo, son. Turn the stereo, intercom radio activated. Well, this is the title. Follow the title. King the fourth out of fight. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Poison. And you know what's so crazy about that shit? That song is here forever because Bell Biv DeVoe fucking samples Poison on this big ass head.
At least they didn't do what they know. They actually had him in the video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Snorkel one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not, that's what I mean. He's right about Timberland. We seen Cool G Rap with the snorkel, with the 40 belows, with the Raider jacket, starter jacket, the jackets.
We all went and got that.
We all went and got it. G Rap.
Yeah, we needed that.
You know what I'm saying?
We needed that, son.
We needed that. He was that was inspiring. Kane had
Yeah.
Kane back then was with
Look at these shits. Look at Cuban links. Once we say this shit is hot, everybody in the mother. Now everybody got the little ones like this. Now you see the now everybody walk around like this.
He was like, oh,
You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's me. Like I look like a new rapper now, man.
Saigon, so you walked out. Let's say you walked outside like that, but your shit look like
Yeah, I look like a
take a
new
picture.
nigga.
Somebody take a picture of Saigon.
Yeah, son. Like,
go to jail.
man, I'm just telling you how much hip hop controls the world, bro. Like,
The world, the
this shit is pop music now. Ain't no such thing as pop. Ain't no such thing as pop when hip hop is on the scene because pop is short for popular. What's more popular than hip hop?
In hip hop, bro. Think
Nothing.
About, remember your brothers, girl, I house you.
Yeah, you in my come on.
Get in my
You're in my I had the flower shirt on out. Yeah, the niggas had niggas on the club scene.
That was the joint, man.
Come on, bro.
Everybody had a Tyrone. We always had that one good friend had a job.
Yes,
but he knew all the dances. So he took to all the parties. Back then, the party system depended on what.
Yo, it's funny because he read my book and I had a cousin named Tyrone. So
oh, what?
That was Tyrone. That was Teddy, bro.
See, there's always a Tyrone in every hood.
A gay cousin, right?
Had 3 baby mothers already. Had a job. Worked at McDonald's or White Castles. But do all the dances. So all the good. He comes like good James and Sunshine. He's your best friend. Now listen, you could beat 2 niggas up last
week. Shit.
Chain, dug a pocket, and pissed inside the elevator into my housing complex. But on a Friday night, you little Tyrone, little Ty, come here. Where we going tonight? We go to these weird house parties. They play house music. And now, mind you, other people go, he's dangerous. You in the middle of the dance floor. Girl, house.
Yo, I got a better one for you. If you go watch Chubb Rock's video, Treat Him Right?
Yeah.
Go watch that. His dancer, Hot Dog?
Yeah.
The whole time he's dancing, he got the gun right here, bro. Go back and watch the video. Bro. Go watch. He's dancing with the strap the whole time. I mean, dancing his heart out. Like, the pistol on his waist, bro.
A lot of dancers that were actually dancers. Like people don't know when it comes to the Jamaican history, Bogle. Like we know the Bogle, but the Bogle actually came from somebody named Bogle. He was a gangster.
Yeah, that's why it's 2 guns like this. That's why the niggas got the hammers.
That hammer like this.
That's why the dance go like this with the 2 guns and shit.
Remember the Pepper C generation?
Oh shit!
He was a straight gangster.
What? Straight gangster. Yo, Super Cat used to shoot motherfuckers after every show. Super Cat used to shoot motherfuckers. Super Cat got mad bodies, bro.
Don't say them Jamaicans. Got blood on their heads. Don't say.
Yo, Super Cat was killing niggas right after the show in front of the club. Pop, pop, and just get jump in the car, keep it moving.
This is the generation we was in, Mad Lion.
Yeah.
It was dope. See, KRS-One did the song with Just Ice. I heard he's beefing now about somebody. He said somebody stole some shit. He said Just Ice said that somebody stole. He said Heavy D stole was some shit about some love song, nothing but love, some shit like that. He said KRS-One and he did it. But I'm not gonna lie to you, when KRS-One and Just Ice were doing those tracks together, it was dope. It's a suicide.
Yeah.
All that,
Yeah. Just Ice was the original. I was known as the gangster. You know what I'm saying?
That's it, yo. I'm gonna tell you, it's on the Decepticon era. For some reason, he was going to change. Him and KRS-One were going to 14th Street. You know, the ladies is downtown. This nigga be sitting there. You can't go to Just Ice and go, let me get an autograph. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting there.
Yeah.
Okay, like, the fuck, my nigga, like.
Yeah, Just Ice had a chip. He had a chip on his shoulder, bro. He was the nigga with the big hat, with the big hat on. Yeah,
like he got dreads underneath that.
Yeah, like you the nigga they didn't want to fuck with.
So Chuck, that's the culture we come from.
I had 2 questions for you. Got to ruin the vibe, that vibe right there. So I know you signed in 2004, but then it seemed like Pain in My Life came out to 2006. And
Yeah.
so basically, you know, if you could fill in, like, what was the holdup on that, and then how did you interact with Coco Chanel on that? Was that a organic vibe, or was it like a
Yeah, that was organic, man. That was organic, man. Coco made that beat for Styles P. He made it for Styles, and Styles didn't like it, huh? Styles didn't want it. Yeah, she made it specifically for Styles. So
I can hear it too. I can hear it.
Yeah, and then she called me. I don't even think I had the deal yet at the time. And she called me and she was like, you know, I made a beat for Styles and he passed on it. I want to play it for you. And she sent it to me. I was like, bro, can I please have this? I love this shit. Like, and she was like, he don't want it, then take it and shit. I guess she didn't think I was ever gonna use it because this was a couple years before I even played out what I did to it. And when I got my deal, I was like, Coco, remember, I called her. I was like, remember that beat you gave me a few years ago and shit? She was like, yeah. I was like, I want to use it. I recorded it. And she was like, for real? I was like, yeah. She was like, oh, thank you. That's love. I was like, nah, I really not just recorded it. I want this shit to be my single. She was like, for real? I was like, yeah. And I was like, I even put Trey songs on the shit because I wrote the hook. I wrote the whole song. I just had Trey sing what I wrote. And when the shit came out, I loved it. But the label was like, yo, we thought you and Trey Songz was gonna make a ooh girl, I know you're sexy. Ooh girl. I don't make those kind of songs. I'm never making no shit like that. Yeah, I'm never making that. So yeah, I don't know who the fuck you thought you signed, but if you didn't know I wasn't gonna make them work out, I'm not doing that. That's not me. There's 80 other guys.
They want you to sell your soul. Like, come on,
yeah, I'm not doing that. And it's cool because some of that shit I like, but it's just not me. It's not for me.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't tell.
So, is that kind of like what led you to Daddy X and Kevin Zinga over there at Suburban Noise? Like,
yeah, because it took Atlantic Records held me for almost 7 years.
Damn, held you hostage, bro.
Yeah, I didn't get off Atlantic Records till 2010. Like you said, I signed 04. They didn't let me go till 2000. I've been saying let me go for 2 months in the deal.
Damn. They held you hostage.
Yeah, as soon as I realized it wasn't gonna work out.
They released you. You know what I'm saying?
As soon as I realized XG Roberson, X Hip Hop, soon as I realized that they wasn't gonna support my vision, I was like, all right, let me go while I still got a buzz and while I still got energy. And then that Entourage shit dropped. So then they was like, they really didn't want to let me go because they like, damn, the guy's on TV. We don't like his music, but he's fucking popular. So we don't want him to go up the street and blow up. And then so they was like, fuck it, we just gonna hold him.
Throw you hostage.
Paper gangsters, bro. Paper gangsters.
That's crazy.
Paper gangsters.
Was Glenn Sweetie G Toby your manager at that time? Or did
yeah, he was, because the thing was, I got the deal through hard work. You know what I'm saying? I was working with my man Gotti, who worked at the Source, and my man Shay, my brothers. But the thing was, they didn't have no real managerial experience. So when I met Glenn was like, yo, you need somebody who knows this shit, fucking with these record labels. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, so that's how. So when I met G, I already had a record deal on the table.
Wow.
So I met G and was like, help me do this deal. And you know, that didn't work out between me and him. So it was like, shit. And then I went to Violator. When I went to Violator, I was on Violator. Chris Lighty got rest his soul. I like being on Violator because, you know, a lot of the guys that were there, I was cool with. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
AB, my man AB. This other kid, I forget his name, man. Oh, Do Love, who used to do Papoose. Like, they was dope, but I kind of needed like Mona Scott. I feel like, all right, I'm at the stage where I need the bigger dogs like Mona, who's there, or you, or somebody who could really, or even James Cruz, somebody to take me to the next level. But they were so focused on Busta and LL, and then 50 was over there. 50 was, you know what I'm saying? So it was like being a small fish in a big pond. It was like, damn.
Yeah.
So I kind of got a bad taste in my mouth for managers and all that. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna manage myself. You can't, man. Yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah. So
So you,
It's like every turn I went.
I'm glad you brought that up because you actually ended up doing business with somebody I've been watching and I admire so much, right? But like half of the people in the industry, but many people that should know his name don't know his name, right? So Tech Nine, right? You ended up doing business with him, and I'm like, say word. You did a deal with Tech, like, because Tech is doing beautiful things. So at this point, who kind of like, how did that merger go down?
Keep talking.
That just happened from me, you know what I mean, pounding the pavement. And I met Tech a long time ago when I met Travis, his partner as well. Like, it ain't just Tech, it's two of them. Like, Travis is not really an out there guy, but, you know, when it comes to that strange music and that business, they work together. You know what I'm saying? So I reached out to Travis. Hey, yo, Trav, you know, I got a lot of music. I ain't been out the game because I didn't put out a song for 6 years, and that shit is like career suicide. I was like, I had such a bad taste in my mouth when it came to music. I was like, I'll figure out something else. Like, this shit is corny to me. It's whack. It's trash. Nobody cares about the culture aspect of it. So, you know, I left it alone. But when I decided I want to fuck with the music business again, I was like, I need to be next to somebody who loves the culture and knows how to maximize the culture in a business standpoint, but still loves the culture. And that's Tech Nine, bro. And he epitomizes that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He epitomizes that because, you know, he still cares about the culture aspect of it, and because he stick to his guns. He just certain things he's not gonna do because he feels like, oh, this is gonna make me some money. No, he's gonna be him, and he's gonna stick to the game. He's gonna stick to who he really is. And I appreciate that. I appreciate shit like that.
That's what hip hop is, baby. Sticking. You gotta stick to the
because
script.
I believe as an artist, you have to express. This is how as an artist, you are supposed to be expressing the energy that's inside of you, right?
Absolutely.
Not being told what to create. Like,
yeah, that's art. That's art.
art,
Imagine you a painter and somebody's standing over your shoulder like, nah, do that stroke. Don't stroke like don't stroke it. Yeah, like that though. That's not. You're like, yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they want you
because they make you a commodity. They make you a commodity, and once you're a commodity, it's almost like wrestling. I think a lot of hip hop labels followed Vince McMahon, right? They follow Vince McMahon is I'll take a nigga off the street who could be named John Brown, and I'm gonna turn this nigga into Big John. I'm gonna give him an image. Yeah, I'm gonna give him an image, outfit, a voice. I'm gonna give him an image, and that's gonna take away. He's gonna become that person instead of who he really is. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens to a lot of these artists. They become that image, and then they lose who they are as a person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the image of how you're predicted, the image of how you're predicted to the world is almost like an actor who can't break character.
Yeah.
So he becomes a character, he can't ever break it.
Get off the shit now. Tupac is
Tupac
now. Come on, relax. Juice is over. Relax, man.
Yeah, sometimes that can fuck you up. It's Steve Urkel shit. Steve Urkel said that shit fucked up his life, bro.
Yeah.
He could people see him and he's Urkel forever. Like, come on, bro. Like, I was a fucking role.
Damn, man.
Yeah, I'm not Urkel forever.
Even Bob Saget, you know, if you watch Bob Saget stand up in his later videos as he's near death, he's cursing like the sailor, you see? And the same thing with Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus done put her skinny legs out there, her butt out there. Why did she do this? She wanted to everybody to know that's not me. Like, I don't want to be that person.
I don't want to be Hannah Montana, Farrah. I don't want to be Hannah Montana. Yeah.
I was shocked as hell when I seen Bob Saget cussing like a sailor. I said, Bob Saget?
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
They play the golf.
Yeah.
Believe. Listen,
it was like wrestling, bro. Like,
they had to send your man Al Pacino.
That's like when I seen Hulk Hogan. That's like when I seen Hulk Hogan cussing and shit. When I seen Hulk Hogan cussing and wailing,
give him a Hulk Hogan on his
he was doing some racial shit. I was like, I I'm like, Hulk Hogan's a racist? No,
He's
not
a
the
racist. I
Not
knew
the
it was racist, motherfucker. The junkyard dog that time. I knew it was racist. I know racism. You know what I'm saying? I know racism, nigga. That shit be the junkyard dog. I told niggas who was racist 30 years ago. You know what I mean? That shit was in the junkyard dog.
Oh shit! Nah, I believed in the Hulk, man. I was eat your vitamin, say your prayers. I had the Hulkamania workout set.
Niggas is like this. I remember I'm watching wrestling. Remember Bob Backlund?
Yeah.
This one was cool to watch. Now I'm too old to watch this shit. Don't look right.
Yeah, the Iron Sheik.
Iron Sheik.
The bubbly D twins.
The man had the fake metal shit in his arm. What's his name? Where the fuck? Something steel. The Magnificent.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yo, son. Ricky, I like Ricky the Dragon. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Well,
yeah, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Yeah, that was that. Yo, Ricky the Dragon was that dude, son.
Your man Randy Savage.
That was my man.
Axel, you know who was the illest though? Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. Remember Virgil? He had Virgil. He had he used to make Virgil violate niggas, bro. He used to violate Virgil too. He treated Virgil like a slave, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, what the fuck? Like, what the?
Virgil used to get violated every Monday night.
When your man Bob Backlund I think he beat Iron Sheik or some crazy shit like that. And it was like, it was a good day in America. I couldn't believe this shit. I didn't see this ever. We thought the ever was Menudo. Remember the Menudo shit was hitting and the niggas had to pick a side. Niggas was like, this Menudo shit going a little too far. You gotta leave that shit to Puerto Rican. That's the Puerto Rican.
Nah, I was fucking with Menudo, son. I was on the Menudo son. I was like, gotta catch a plane at 7:30. When you're not
that was a dope era.
Yeah, I was fucking with Menudo, son.
I was running around with the balloon hammer pants and train and all that.
The LA, I'm gonna keep the LA gays out of it. I'm telling you, the LA, what dudes at the light of LA gay, but this is that.
That was still kind of that ever, but the real niggas wasn't wearing.
Yeah, he wasn't wearing that. Real niggas wasn't wearing.
Nah, I remember when LA Gears came out, niggas was getting caught. Remember niggas was running from the police? They was like, his snooze was lighting up. Niggas was trying to run from the police and the LA Gears just lighting up.
I know fun though, man. You see, this is crazy. Because Menudo, when you watch him from Monday to Thursday, you had to have Telemundo to see this shit. Like you had to have a Spanish friend if you wasn't Spanish. Go to
you had to know somebody that was Spanish.
Know a nigga. Like yo,
my Spanish people put me on to them niggas back then. My boy Victor and Raymond. They were like, yo, come watch Menudo. I was like, this shit is fire right here.
Yo. How much aluminum foil did y'all niggas have on your TV though to try to get the fucking thing to work correctly, bro?
See that's the era, man. These kids wouldn't understand no shit like that.
Moving the shit all around, trying to get the
antenna. Yeah, you trying to get you like this with the antenna.
I mean, kids that play with the antennas to be on national TV, that's one hell of a jump, bro.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it from to you when our friend was playing football, jumping people sometime, confiscating wallets. And surviving.
Yeah, surviving.
So,
that crack era was different, bro.
That shit just, you know what it was? The crack era was
because a lot of our parents got caught up with that shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our parents and uncles and I remember my uncle stole all the Christmas presents one year. I was like, damn. Yeah, I'm like, why y'all let this nigga in? They're like, that's our brother. I'm like, so what, man? That nigga stole everything, man. That nigga's like,
Yo, that's when people cry. Like, this is a cry back.
Yo, that nigga was the Grinch that stole Christmas, bro.
Oh, God.
That nigga was the Grinch.
Let him in.
Yeah, why y'all let that nigga in? Yo, I swear to God.
Legendary.
I was tight. Because I remember, I never forget this Christmas because I got a radio, I got a box. Damn, and you always wanted that box for Christmas. And I was like, I finally got a box. I knew it was there. I knew she bought it. My mother didn't tell me, but I knew it because I'm like, what could this be right here? This gotta be the box. You know what I'm saying?
Uncle Love.
Man, woke up on Christmas Day, that shit gone, my nigga. And they let
20 years
Uncle come.
beginning, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Yo, I can't fuck with that nigga. What happened?
Nigga cleaned us out. And then, but bust what he said though. He was so slick. He had his crackhead man. I guess he was throwing the shit outside to his man.
Yeah.
Because he was still there when niggas woke up. So he was like, I ain't thinking I'm still in the building. And say, so niggas
dirty motherfucker. Dirty. Yo, he was crazy. I'm telling you. This shit
nigga did an inside job. Yeah, he did some inside job.
He in the crib like, it wasn't me.
Yeah, he throwing shit out the window because niggas told I seen a nigga catching shit out the window. Yeah, he throwing shit in. Like, yo, go sell this shit and come back with the bread. I see you tomorrow.
Yo, we have to do this again. You see how this
man.
All this hip hop culture, man.
It's hip hop, man.
Go Pride, man. Yo.
Love.
I just like this. Me personally, I need the book. Whoosh out the Wu-Tang. Yo.
I got you everything. Salidin, man. Much love.
Much love. This is real, man. Yo.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, no doubt.
We need these conversations from dudes that can be normal.
Yeah.
Normal, my nigga. You have to sit there and Saigon. Fuck all the bullshit. Tell me about the nigga you shot all that dumb shit.
That shit is stupid. Well, when I do talk about it, I want to talk about how stupid that shit was. Like, you know why? Because when I was sitting in prison, I wasn't like, yeah, nigga, look.
Yo, son.
I was in there like, damn, this shit for the birds. This shit is for the birds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't be in there digging that shit up.
This shit is for the birds. You said that'd be me.
Say what? Huh?
I'm the bird in there. But that's in the Queen's Flip interview. But, you know, I'm not a hater. That was a classic interview.
Well, in jail, right? The shit for the birds, bro.
That it is, man. Yo,
son, that's one thing every nigga in jail tell you. Yo, how you feel about this place? Man, this shit for the birds.
Yeah, for the fucking birds. I should be like, yo, Saladin. I should be like, Saladin.
Shit for the birds, bro.
Right? Now,
I still don't even know what that shit means. But, like, this shit for the birds, why? Because he's in a cage? I don't know what the fuck that meant. But every jail I went to,
it's fucked up, Chris. You travel with a draft bag. Yo, all your possessions is in a bag.
It's in a net bag, a fucking net bag. A net bag. Your whole life in that net bag, son.
Tell you, bro.
How important was that? See, K Slade did something, man, and I know that shit died. God rest his soul. He did something. At first, I wasn't paying attention because I didn't really know he was going with it. But I started tapping into that drama hour.
Mm-hmm.
I seen how many people was tapped in that was locked up. I said,
yeah.
And I felt like, yo, you actually giving back to the
hell yeah, bro. Slave represented for. If you remember the way he used to start his show, he used to be like, lock in, lock in, lock in. That's how he used to start his show. Niggas would be locked in like this, listening every second. Like, Slave was, that's why Slave was for us, man. Like, we'll never. Hip hop took a big hit when we lost K Slade. Like, that was a bit. I ain't gonna say nothing stupid, but damn, I wish it was somebody else, man. Not like that. Like, if it had to be somebody, not Slade, bro.
Why not 69? That's it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
And I don't wish bad on nobody, but damn, you gotta take somebody, not Slade, bro. Like, Slade's one of the advocates who still care about what's left of the cultural aspect of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? K Slade give anybody a chance. Like, if he thought you was dope, he gonna give you a shot. You know what I'm saying? And then you do what you can with it. Like, he gonna give you an alley-oop. Most of these guys won't even look in your direction.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Most of these guys won't even give you a time of day. They won't even take a picture with you. Slade sit there and listen to your music and then tell you if you're good or not, give you advice, give you tips. Like, and he saved so many lives, bro. He saved so many of us from going down the wrong path, and nobody talks about that, man. So
Yeah,
rest in peace to the drama king, bro.
Facts. So we gotta do this again. We gotta do the part.
Yeah. We gotta talk
Back
about all this shit.
That's that
But without Slay, Mark Ronson, people don't understand. Mark Ronson, who went on to become one of the biggest, he put me in a game. I'm on his first. He brought me to Australia a year out of being in jail. Put me on a plane to Australia. My second time on a plane.
Wow.
My first time I was being extradited. I was in shackles and cuffs.
Kidnapped. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, I was under siege, bro.
Under siege. There's a weird place called Attica.
What is this?
Sawanga. What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck is a Sawanga? Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is a Sawanga?
Oneida. Cayuga. What the fuck is a Cayuga?
Yo, man. Some people never left. Even New York was going to those jails.
Yeah, they don't even know that exists. Most people don't even know that shit exists up there.
All this sucker shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo, fellas, man, I gotta wrap up.
Definitely.
It's love. Let's do this shit again soon, man.
Let's do it again soon.
Salidin, just holler at me, you heard?
Definitely. Yes, one love, baby.
One love, fellas. Definitely.
Salute. That's not gone in the building. Definitely appreciate you, Jamil Salidin, for making this happen. But just giving your culture, hip hop, and seeing the relaxation of your favorite rap artist without no alcohol. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
Right.
It's just showing you this is what hip hop is love. It touches us a certain type of way. I like to definitely shout out all those that put up this morning. I know it seemed last minute. I was late like a date, but it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Things happen. Definitely shout out to Saigon. They have it on HBO. I think, what's it? HBO. You can actually see Entourage. You know what I'm saying? Check out season 2 or 3 that he's on it. Definitely, that's great. It's great to know that hip hop and G put him on that. Mark Ronson actually got him into the rap game. And you do a hip hop culture. I just had to shout out my block, East Harlem, Washington Projects, El Barrio, Washington Projects, all of the people on Clubhouse, definitely Cloud Chaser, my man, Unstrictly Mentality, Push That Knife. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? It's all clubhouses I deal with. Definitely Cloud Chaser, definitely. And the sounds of New York sound. You know what I'm saying? Go check them out on Clubhouse. With that being said, man, I'm just Bulls, White in the building in St. Louis, West Side St. Louis. What you want to leave with, brother?
Do go check out my music. As always, like I said, dropped a new lo-fi album. That's some real relaxing, grown music. So type in on any music platform that you got, at Amazon, iTunes, Salidin. Shout out to Mount Vernon. My man I Born, who just shot a video with Styles P. Shout out to NEF, Pete Rock, Mount Vernon, and that's about it, bro.
Definitely. Rest in peace to Tone Lopez, who Ed Superman. Definitely shout out to everything that everybody deal with, but definitely the Hill family, the Rucker family. I'm cool with in St. Louis. They showed me nothing but love. My man Don Murder, who pulled up. Definitely shout out to East Harlem, the culture. Shout out to my man Hip Hop. Since 1978, shout out to him. Shout out to K.
1978, that's
for starting this. You know what I'm saying? For getting this thing going. Shout out to K. Born. You know what I'm saying? Classical 2, new rap generation. Get those streams up, you heard? With that being said, peace, love, and unity.